Hey, welcome back to Prepper Junkie. Today we have an SDS Imports A1 1911 45 ACP. Let's go ahead, open it up and see what you get. Now, the real kicker with this firearm, it is a $399 1911, which before I got this, and the reason I did buy this one to review for you guys is because it has rave reviews wherever I looked. And I was like, okay, $400 1911, I gotta take a look. I did review a 1911 last year, the Springfield Armory. It was a $499 1911, and it was a very nice 1911 for the price point. So let's see how this one does. So opening it up, we have a cleaning brush, cleaning rod, manual, and the box. So it doesn't come anything too fancy, which for the price point, I wasn't expecting a super nice case or anything like that. And this is some of the information on it. It says it's a forged 1911. That's a forged frame and slide. Series 70 internals. Use a standard 1911 mags, etc., etc. Let's take a little tour of this 1911, see what you get. So it does come with these plastic grips on the sides here. These are interchangeable, pretty much with any other 1911. You just have a couple of screws here to take out, and then you can switch them over. It does come with one magazine. It comes with a Metgar 8-round magazine, metal, as you can see here. So just one magazine. Then it does have the safety on the back for firing, and it does have a manual safety. Oops. It does have a manual safety as well. It does have a decent mag release button. Easy accessible. Mags do drop out. Moving to the top of the slide, the sights, let's have a look here. These sights are nothing to write home about. They're a simple black on black sights. You know, again, for $400, you can't expect much, and you know, you can, being so cheap, the firearm being so cheap, you can easily take these sights off and put your own on. It's not going to break the bank. So, you know, and honestly, sometimes I prefer that some gun sights don't put expensive sights on, because maybe I don't like the expensive sights, but it's driven the price up of the firearm. So it's nice when I get cheap basic sights that don't drive the price up. I can remove them and then put on whatever sights I actually like. So I actually prefer that in some cases, not all cases. This is the slide lock here. So pull it back, locks into place. Moving up to the slide, it is marked model 1911 A1 service. So this is a clone, obviously, of the A1 from past years gone. It does have some nice serrations on the rear of the slide. And you can see here, it is a stainless steel barrel, and it is a cold hammer forged barrel. So it's got a very nice barrel in it, especially for the $400 price tag. Looking back at the hammer, it does have some nice texturing on here also, so you get a nice grip when pulling the trigger at the hammer back. And we obviously have a nice beaver tail safety, along obviously with the manual safety, which we already went over. So obviously, for those who don't know, with the 1911, if you know you're on, you can even take this off for my demonstration. Hammer is back. It will not fire unless the back safety is depressed. So you have the two safeties, manual, and the beaver tail safety right there. Let's go over the trigger on this 1911. Trusty little tool. Let's reset it. All right, let's see what we get. Of course, doing this on camera always gets me trouble. All right, there we go. Came in at almost 6.5 pounds, which I have a hard time believing that, because it definitely does not feel like a 6.5 pound trigger. So let me try that again. Maybe it is, and it just doesn't seem like it, but yeah, let me try that again. Came at 6 pounds that time. Let's do one more time. Let's reset that. £6 again, £6 trigger. Again, I feel like it's lighter than that, but that's what the scale is saying is £6. Now let's actually check out how the actual trigger performs. So we got a little bit of take up, kind of a nice clean break. It just feels lighter than £6. Let's check the reset out. See, it doesn't have a long reset, it's a short reset, and you heard it, it's definitely audible, but it definitely for me could just do with being a tad heavier on the tactile side. It's just a little light for me. But other than that, it's a nice trigger for sure. Again, when you compare it to some of the striker fired pistols out there, it's night and day difference for sure. So yeah. All right, so now we've gone over the pistol and talked about some of its nice features. Let's talk about some of the issues that I've had so far with this particular 1911. So as you've seen with the range, I did go to the range and I shot probably 50 rounds of ball ammo through it, no problems at all, just fine. But then around 50 rounds of hollow points through it. So some 1911s are known to be a little finicky with ammo. I know a lot of people are going to be out there saying my 1911 runs flawlessly with hollow points, and I get that, that's great. But this particular one, we're using federal hollow points. I did have 5-ish issues to go into battery, using about 5 or 6 issues going into battery out of 50 rounds of hollow points. So now, maybe I could use a different hollow point, maybe it work a little better. Maybe I wouldn't have those issues, but just as a pre-warning that you might have issues, and that's with any gun, right? Anyway, you should always practice with your defensive ammo to make sure that the firearm likes it. This 1911 did not like federal hollow points. I would absolutely not carry this gun with federal hollow points. Ball ammo, as I say, it worked just fine, no problems. So anyway, so if you do buy one of these, please, like any other firearm, practice with your defensive ammo. Make sure that the firearm likes it. Other than that, that's the only downside that I think about this firearm. I think for $400, $399, I think it's an incredible value 1911. As I say, it does come with a cold hammer forged barrel. The fit and finish is excellent. The trigger is really nice. It's not the most amazing 1911 trigger I ever felt, but it is a nice 1911 trigger. I really don't have anything to complain about it. I wish the reset was just a little more tactile. Sometimes when I was shooting, it felt a little soft, so I couldn't quite tell when it reset. So maybe the trigger just being a little more tactile on the reset would be nice. But other than that, as I say, change the sights because the sights are honking, and then just practice with certain defensive ammo that you're going to use. I think you got a real winner for $400. I think it's fantastic value. So yeah, would I recommend it? Yes, not a wholeheartedly 100%. Oh, this is the best gun of all time. I'm not going to say that, but I think if you are on a budget for a $400 1911, yeah, absolutely. Just as I say, just double check your defensive ammo. If you're using ball, you'll be fine, but hollow points, yeah, please just double check that before you carry. So, all right. If you have any questions, any comments, please ask them below. Link is in the description if you wish to purchase one of these. And that is it, folks. Until next time, I'll catch you later.